and today I'm in the kitchen. I've got some real clothes on, I've done my hair and makeup, and I'm going to show you how to cook a 2-ingredient pizza scroll, as well as there'll be a couple of different other options out of this dough that I'm going to show you how to make. So first up, let's start with the base ingredients for the 2-ingredient dough. First we need self-raising flour, and the second ingredient is Greek yogurt. These two combined create the most awesome dough that you can use for whatever you would like. I'm going to show you how to make scrolls today, as well as a wrap and pizza bun. So let's get started. What we need is to grab around about, I'm going to do a fairly big batch because we're going to do 3 different things today. I'm going to do the scrolls. So I'm going to do about 3 cups of self-raising flour. Well, basically whatever I've got left here. So it's probably going to be more like 2. Alright, so we've got 2 cups of self-raising flour. It has to be self-raising, plain won't work because it won't rise. The next ingredient is yogurt. I like to use Greek yogurt, it's natural, it has no sugar, so you're not going to have a sweet flavour in it if you're wanting to go down the savoury route. I am going to do around about 1 cup of yogurt. I'm going to add probably another ½ cup, and then I'll mix it together and see how the dough looks. If it's too wet, I'll add some more flour, or if it's too dry, I'll add some more yogurt. So we're doing 2 cups of flour to 1½ cups of yogurt at this point. Right guys, so I've mixed it together and that's my dough. I didn't add anything extra. It worked out to be 2 cups of self-raising flour. I'm using wholemeal flour and 1½ cups of Greek yogurt. And it's formed a really nice dough. It's not too wet and not too dry. I've just put it out on my bench with a little bit of flour, and now I'm just going to knead it out a little bit. And then we're going to create some scrolls first up. We want to form a rectangle shape to make the scrolls. I'm not going to use all of this dough because I want to show you how to make the wraps as well as pizza bun. So that's looking good enough. They're going to be rustic, I'm not too fussy about that. Right. So I'm just going to cut off, I'm going to do half because I'm going to show you how to do the other ingredients as well later. So these are going to be for my scroll. You would get more out of this dough if you're doing a whole batch. So for these scrolls, instead of doing the pizza scrolls, I'm going to do Vegemite and cheese, and then I'll do a pizza bun. So I'm just going to get some Vegemite. If you don't like Vegemite, add your favourite filling. Right, so I'm just adding the Vegemite to the inside of the dough here. So I'm just going to add a small sprinkle of cheese on the inside. And then on the longest side we roll it up. Like so. And then just cut through at about 1 inch thickness to create our little, there we go, that's our little scrolls here. I've got a tray here, I'm just going to pop them on, we'll put the cheese on top, and then I'll just set it aside while we make the next batch. So just put a small amount of cheese on top. These are quite small, you can make them a little bit bigger by making obviously a bigger rectangle. We'll just pop these aside, and we'll use our dough again here. So I don't need it rolled out as such. I'm just going to get it and then just cut off even amounts, like so. And this is going to be for my wraps. So these are going to be my pizza buns, cheese and bacon rolls, whatever you want to call them. We just give them a roll like so. These probably will be slightly more dense than the normal cheese and bacon roll you'd buy from your bakery because these aren't yeasted. Okay, so I've just rolled these out, and now I'm going to pop a little bit of sauce on top, like so. Spatula again, and just press it down a little bit. Tray again. dish it up with my husband. He comes home and I've got dishes from one end of the house to the other. Anyone else like that? You must leave a comment. Gotta tell me. Alright, so I'm just going to pop these on the tray. Like so. And I'm going to add some diced ham or bacon, works just as good. I'm just going to pop them on top. And another little bit of cheese. I'm going to pop these into the oven and then I'm going to get to showing you how to make a wrap out of this dough as well. My kids love it. You can use it like a naan bread, use it as a wrap, use it as tortilla. It's very versatile. Let me put this into the oven and bake so I can show you how to make the wraps. Got my last bit of dough and I'm going to make some wraps with it. So first of all, we want to get our rolling pin and roll it out. Always need a little bit of flour on the board, on top of the dough. This keeps it from sticking on everything. So we want it a little bit thinner than the scroll. We probably want a half or a couple of mil thick actually. Thinner the better, as if it gets too thick, it's too doughy and doesn't cook properly. So we just want to roll it out into approximately a circular shape, like this. And I've just got a cast iron pan on my stove. It's been on there for about 2 minutes with a little bit of olive oil in it. I'm going to pop it in the pan to cook on one side and then I'll flip it once it's brown. Just got these out of the oven and the house smells amazing. I've got my cheese and Vegemite scrolls and my cheese and bacon buns, and now I'm going to make a wrap. So I've taken it out of the cast iron pan and wrapped it in a tea towel. As it cools down, by doing this it stops it from drying out and it stays pliable. So let's just do a basic ham, tomato, lettuce wrap. Obviously you'd add your condiments, etc. I'm just going basic here just to show you how it works. Use a little bit of kitchen paper. Kids love holding on to it like this so it doesn't all fall open on them. So that's our ham, tomato and lettuce wrap. That's my 2-ingredient dough done 3 different ways. You could add a 4th way by rolling it out, adding your favourite pizza toppings, adding some cheese. There you go, you got pizza done in seconds. This is a great recipe for the kids, for morning tea, afternoon tea, lunches, a picnic, a bring and share. It's a great recipe all round. Even hubby will love it with his own wrap for lunch. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click subscribe below, give me a thumbs up and make sure you leave a comment below. I'd love to hear if you've made them, what toppings you use, what variations you use. It would be great to hear from you guys. Melissa signing off from the kitchen. I hope to see you next time. See you around.